Intuition, gut feelings, using the third eye. This spirit information is filtered through our human bodies. However, some bits and pieces of spirit information get left behind. Welcome to Unfiltered. DeEtte Renee is an unfiltered psychic medium and here to give you messages from spirit with no holds barred. DeEtte Renee says it as she receives it. And here is your host of Unfiltered, DeEtte Renee.
Hello, everybody. Welcome tonight. This is DeEtte and Mike here on Unfiltered. We have added the new thing of Mike with us. Now we are doing readings along with life coaching, guys. We had so many people come out and say how much they enjoyed it last week that we have made this a permanent thing. So no, the commercial hasn't changed yet. No, the banner hasn't changed yet, but trust me, it is. It is myself and Mike doing this together. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Awesome.
Busy day.
You too, huh? Oh my gosh, it's been crazy for me today.
Always. I had something happen to me last night. I wanted to share with you to see if maybe you could give a little bit of insight.
Oh.
And I actually haven't even told anybody this.
Okay.
So I was running the show last night for Christina. She had Terry and Denny on her show.
Terry and Danny, yes.
And they were talking about ascension and light workers. And sometimes, you're sitting back here and it's you're running the show and I can't leave comments. I can't ask questions. So
yeah.
They were talking about that last night. And I'm like, it hit me. I've been seeing a lot of things lately. I've been hearing a lot more things. Mm-hmm. And I'm also a light worker.
Yeah.
So I was laying on my couch last night, right after I had got done running the second show. And my wife was sleeping on the couch. So, I cuddled up next to her and I went to put on a movie. And I had my arms sprawled out, like on the I guess you could call it the rest of the chair. The couch kind of goes out so you can hang your legs, whatever. Anyway, so my hand's hanging out. And all of a sudden, you just feel this cold breeze go across my hand. And I felt static electricity. Now, what the part that makes no sense to me is right after that happened, and I don't know if this has happened to you or anybody else that, listens, it felt like my body reset.
Oh, wow.
Like for a split second,
yeah.
Everything went black. Like, how when you jump up out of sleep,
yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
But I was wide awake when this happened.
Wow.
And it was insane. It was like everything just went black and I just jumped up and I was, I don't know, full of energy just out of nowhere.
Wow. That is honestly just way too cool because I'll tell you what, until you told me that part, I'm thinking, Mike, you just have somebody in the house. You have like a visitor coming to say hi. I'm like, this part, right?
In my house, I already know they're everywhere.
They're like everywhere. But I like the fact that it was that. So I'm almost wondering if it's more of a guide that came or one of your loved ones that came to kind of say hi, how you doing, and welcome to the new you or the new next part of your life, because I know over the last couple of weeks we've had these small conversations about, you have some abilities, so, like everybody has, you're sensitive, but I'm wondering how much more, especially, I mean, you're already around it being with Paraflix and all you do, but now you're you got the rest of us weirdos here with you. You know what I mean? And I think it's just starting to really, they're telling you they're up in your game. You know what? They're just, watch out.
Especially, doing more things like this, like running shows for psychics and mediums and listening. It's opening me up a little bit more, but I don't know. It was an insane experience. I actually thought I was falling asleep.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't feel like it.
And then to think of the powerhouse you had that you were running last night. I mean, you had Christina, which, gosh, all three of them are personal friends. Danny and Terry, my best friends. Christina's right up there with them, and I know all three of them are powerhouses. And until I lost my internet, I was on the other side, just kind of going back and forth. And then apparently they invited me on. I'm like, I didn't even know. The internet was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you had a whole lot going on there, just a whole lot. And Terry's always running energy. So you're talking about
Right.
healing going on, and especially talking about the subjects, you got right in on that. So I would say welcome to the club.
Yeah,
How's,
about time.
how's it feel to be ankle deep, knee deep?
I,
He'll talk to you in a week. You might be quitting this new job, huh?
we'll see.
We'll see. He's just like, I don't know yet. We got to fill this one. Hey, Cassie. Hey, I think that's Tim, our Facebook user. I think it's Tim. I'm playing Spidey senses here. And hello, Aaron. Oh my God, so many people. I know we have 8 people watching so far that are registered watching. Anybody else out there, come in and say hi to us. Let us know you're there. Give us your, we're here to answer questions, guys, whether it be about your life. If you have, not again. It is Tim. Yes, Tim. Tim, it happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time. And guys, if I steer away from my Spidey senses, guess what I went and did? I went and bought a new deck. God's gonna fall in love with these Moonology.
I'm trying to share this video, but it's for some reason on Todd's page it doesn't let me share it.
Yeah, you're echoing, Mike. And I don't know why, because you shouldn't be, because you have headphones on. But anyway, huh?
I'm echoing?
It's better now. It's gone now. Yeah, it was echoing.
You're probably picking up my phone.
It's probably through the phone. Yeah, because somebody else is like, and am I now me?
Rookie mistake.
No, Tim, you're still not you. Tim, you're ascending too. That's what the problem is. He's laughing. But yeah, guys, I went and bought you know what? I went in, talked about this on my show yesterday morning, that I never buy cards. Can you tell? Because I only use them for radio shows. That's it. But I go in. Oh, Cassie says it's me. I'm echoing? Really? Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't hear it. Am I echoing for you, Mike?
No.
Okay. But I went into work at a store on Saturday, and I pull a card. And if I like the card, I buy the deck. That's actually how I've gotten so many decks that I don't even use. It's whatever. So I pulled this card and it says New Beginnings. And I was so excited about it. I went to buy the deck and they didn't have it. I'm like, so instantly I got it on Amazon and ordered it. 2 days later, it's here. It's awesome. So,
I love Amazon.
I love Amazon. I love it. Oh, okay. Tim's not hearing it. Oh, and Cassie says, I'm good now. Cassie, for a minute there, Mike was looking up something on his phone and we were probably hearing it through that. So that might have been what it was. So did you figure out your video? Mike?
No videos.
Yeah, I thought you were looking for a video or something. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I was trying to share Todd's post.
Oh.
To share this video, but I go to Todd's page and I'm not allowed to share anything that Todd shares. So.
Oh. Well, we have to have a conversation with him on that. Okay.
Sorry, Todd.
It's okay. Oh, we like the new deck too. There you go. So let's start with Aaron. Okay. Let me see what's Todd saying. Todd's like, all good. Life good. So I'm going to start. I don't even know I'm starring it because I don't have to. Let's put it up there. Aaron asked, do I have a question about what you see in my path, intuitive abilities going into the future? I'm a tarot reader, but have been feeling the pull. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to tell you, your abilities are there, Aaron. They're already there. You already know that they're there because I can feel that you're getting these senses from all over, because I keep seeing the cards being thrown, and even though they're there in front of you, I think you're really looking very little at the cards and taking more information in from what you're getting around. Because again, I'm seeing the cards down there, but it's kind of like glancing down and really looking up in front of somebody. But with you, 2 things are happening. One, my throat chakra is getting slightly plugged, and my stomach's got these like twisty, turny butterflies going in. And it's almost as if I take the cards and I just sweep them away. It's almost like, oh my God, I can't do this. It just feels like there's almost, I don't know if it's a fear or hesitation, what is going on, but it's almost as if you've had this crutch for so long. going just straightly on your abilities, it's a trust game. It really is trust because oh my gosh, you could be wrong. You could be just like totally wrong. And especially psychics, we always think that if we're wrong, we could ruin somebody's life, by giving them totally wrong information. Okay. But I do feel, honey, you know what? I do feel as if, yeah, you've got information coming in from I mean, like I sit here with it and it's here and it's here and it's here. It's in my face. It's all over the place. I do feel like, I don't know if you understand this, but I do feel like you're predominantly probably clairaudient, which is hearing things, along with some claircognizance coming in, which is just clear and knowing things, just like hearing and knowing things. There you go, Tim. I see you now. So those two types of things are there. I also feel like there's some images, but I think the other two are more. And I feel like you just have to learn to kind of be like me, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, and I always say it's kind of like being like a 5-year-old child that's just rambling at the mouth. And it's because what is in here, we're not taking a second to question what it is. So it's like in, out, in, out, in, out, like a 5-year-old does without any thought process in between. And I think once you get that ability, that part of it down, I think the rest of it's going to go away, and you're going to be able to like slide right in. I'm hearing slide right into third base with those abilities. What are you getting, Mr. Mike?
Well, that one's a little bit hard as from a life coaching standpoint to really tell somebody about, intuitive abilities. But if that's something, that you're working towards, a few tips that I would give is really sit down and see, I guess, where your niche is going to be as far as, I guess I can't say. I really don't know the difference in psychic. I don't know if there's like what would you call them, DeEtte? Do you go to a loved one psychic or their dead pet psychics? Like find that.
You do. Yeah, you've got all
niche.
Yep.
Right. So find that niche, even if it's something that you want to be involved in collectively is everything. But what really is it you're trying to accomplish in that goal? As far as your intuitives and the abilities that you have, from what I hear from DeEtte is you have these abilities and you know it, but there are some things blocking you. Mm-hmm. A lot of that could be creativity. A lot of that could be maybe even reading too much into it, trying to understand too much at once. So really go back to a time when you know it's worked. Mm-hmm. Find out what worked and what didn't work, if that makes sense. And stick with what works until you get a little bit more comfortable opening up to a little bit, a little more, I guess, don't bite more than you can chew. And find out where you are in relation, where you are now in relation to where you want to be with this goal. And really step in and, DeEtte was talking about chakras neat and aligned. Those could be a few roadblocks that, could need addressed. So really, yeah, just one step at a time, take it slow.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm sharing as you're talking. I'm starting to share a little bit.
I like how I said that was a hard one as a life coach, and I actually was just like, yeah, here's a long spiel.
I was like, no, you got this. That's why I was like, I wasn't going to encourage you because I'm like, you know what? I would honestly say with life coaching, that's probably one questions, at least within my realm of things, that people need that little extra, from a life coach to say, oh my gosh, I can do this, or how do I go about? Because a lot of times it's fear. It's that,
ability that people want.
Yeah. But everybody's so afraid to go forward because it's like fear of the unknown, fear of walking into that place, just all that stuff. And it's
another one of those, what was I was literally going to say something. Totally forgot. Wow. It's one of those life coaching moments. They say a lot of people become life coaches because they have the experience. Mm-hmm. And I guess her trying to find out, intuitive abilities and finding the one thing and kind of slowing down a little bit. It reminded me when I first got into paranormal. I don't know how long you've been doing this, Aaron, so I can't say you're new to it. But when I first got into it, I was trying to read everything. I was trying to pinpoint what's a demon, what's not a demon, how to film this, how to film that. And it you hit a roadblock, and it eventually it does start blocking, your creativity.
Yeah. Very, very, very true. I think you're spot on there, straight spot on. Oh, thank you, Courtney, for sharing. We appreciate you for that. Okay. We're going to go on to, I'm looking down. Cassie has a general. So basically, she says anything I'm getting for, and then we're going to kick it over to you because you know what? You are enhancing all these, which is awesome. I love this. Well, Cash, you got a lot going on, darling. I sit with you for 5 seconds, and all of a sudden, it's like it comes in my ears, it takes from my throat, I'm into my stomach. I just feel like it's all over the place, and it just feels like a whole lot is going on with you. Okay. And with that being said, I feel as if actually, I'm starting to get kind of nauseated. It just feels like there's so much going on. Okay. I feel like and I'm also hearing life changes, and it just feels as if with all this going on, it's kind of like what I'm seeing is like a spinning, like a merry-go-round. But when you got the comedy channel and they're flipping that thing as fast as it can, you can see kids flying off of it left and right. Whatever you got left when it stops is what you have. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on with you. I think that so much is going on that literally what is happening is you're naturally getting rid of things that no longer serve you anymore. And I feel like some of this is kind of nerve-wracking. I just can feel it in my stomach, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know where to go with this anymore. And it feels like it's part of it for you. Okay. I do feel like through the process of this, you're starting to find yourself because it's going into my throat chakra. Like my throat chakra is just slightly plugged here. And I feel like you're finding yourself, like going to deeper depths than you have before and just finding yourself through that. And I'm hearing use objectivity. And I don't know why I'm hearing that word, but I'm hearing use objectivity while you're going into this to figure out, what's happening. I just heard you're a rock star and you know it. It was kind of like I seen you looking at yourself back in the mirror and flipping your hair and putting your hand on your hip and like, I got this. Hopefully that makes sense to you, but I'm going to give her over to Mike to see what I seen him shaking his head there for a minute. So
I got to show you once again, second week in a row, you said transformation. I literally wrote changes, letting go at the same time. You were doing that.
I love it. I love it.
I like that I show that too. That's two episodes so far. I'm like, I'm doing good.
Awesome. I love it. And one of her friends, Courtney, says, perfect. She does. So.
I would look at it again, from the way you said, DeEtte, is letting go. There's changes. Hearing you're a rock star, this could be coming from anybody, a past life, a family member, a spirit, but I'm getting there's some kind of goal, like you said, transformation, changes. So if that's the case, I would say, hey, why do you want this goal? What are you working towards? And what is the biggest reason you want it? Maybe who could you talk to that could give you a little bit more clarity about this? I'm assuming this is a goal or some sort of change based upon, what DeEtte said.
She said
this is,
just this week she met her first spirit animal literally face to face.
Could we base that around what was that spirit animal?
What was your spirit animal, Casey?
Maybe it's spiritual meaning.
It's more spiritual. A lot of times we have spirit animals as guides also. It was a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
It was a wolf.
So yeah, your what would you say? Rebirth, growth, taking leadership, change, ownership of your own life. It's another one. I even heard this one, and it was so funny. I don't remember who said it on the show last night, if you're on there, but he was talking about his analogy of letting go is when you put food in the oven, let it go. Don't stand there and watch it. Why? Why are you watching it? Just walk away.
Yep.
So yes,
Yep. Danny was saying that.
Reasons of letting go and change.
Yep. Danny was saying that last night. That was a total great analogy. So I agree with you. I think it's right on with Cassie. So hopefully, Cassie, we helped you a little bit tonight. Okay. We are going to go to Miss Courtney. Miss Courtney. She just says, me too. And it's right after Cassie put hers in. So I know it's a general. So we're going to do it that way. I'm loving this because you know what? This week they're a little bit more blind. You know what I mean? So they're really kind of testing both of us in some ways because it's like, what am I getting? Totally blind, no question, lead me down. So I've got to have total faith in every ability I have. And then I handed it over to you and you're like, okay, I got to have faith that what DeEtte said is right. And we're going to go.
I mean, I enjoy it that way. It lets everybody know, hey, this is the first time I'm seeing everybody on this. So it's not like I'm creeping your Facebook pages right now trying to get the answers.
And we have new people too, which is really awesome. I love it. I love it. Don't mean to do that. This person that wrote this comment, can you do me a favor and just put a single name down below? Just because it doesn't come up with your name. So, and then I also have this one that's going to be up next after Courtney. If you can put your name down and just say, hey, I don't know, with a little hand hearty emoji at the end will help tremendously. And that's just so I have a reference as to a name and not getting people messed up back and forth. Okay. Thank you, Aspen. Appreciate you. I know you go to the one and then whoever has heart emoji after that. But let's go with Courtney. And that way, when I bring them up, we know exactly who we're addressing. Okay. We'll know who we're addressing, which is awesome. Oh, the heart is an aspect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Going back to you, Courtney, though. I'm going to tell you what, Courtney, I don't know if you can hear my voice. I can't seem to clear this. And my voice is getting kind of raspy in there. Wow. I'm going to tell you, this is all throat chakra related, darling. This is throat chakra related, which makes me feel as if, okay, number one, I feel like you know who you are. Okay. At the depths of your soul, you know who you are. I feel like you've gone through a long journey to find who you are. I do feel as if, you know what, you're either at the tail end of it or you're restarting over again to go through some deeper depths. Okay. But with that being said, I feel like there's something about speaking through, speaking it out, spitting it out. You know what I mean? Like, I know who I am in here, but coming it out. It's kind of like me telling, I know I'm a medium. I know I'm a psychic. I'm knowing this. But it's a different if I'm afraid to tell anybody what I am. You know what I mean? But whatever that's going on here, it's that fear. There's something here saying, I have fear. I don't know how to spit this out. I want to tell you, I feel like you need to get the writing on the wall. Now, this doesn't mean you have to tattoo your forehead. You don't, with whatever, who you are. It doesn't mean you have to take a post out, in the New York Post, nothing like that. But it's about walking your talk, really is all it is. You know what I mean? Just being yourself at the core. Because I'll tell you what, rarely do we walk up to people and say, hey, I'm DeEtte, what's your name? Okay, I'm a psychic medium. I talk to dead people. I hear them predominantly, blah, 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 blah. You know what? We don't do all of that. So you don't have to spit all that out, but it's just walking your talk. And I feel like that's going to help you tremendously. Okay. Yeah. Being true to you. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I feel as if some part of my head feels like, you know what, if you are being that person, you're almost, it's not a fear, but it's like, oh, wow, you're him hunched. What if these people walk away? What if they don't walk away? And I'm telling you what, you already know which ones are going to walk away if they haven't already. And, and I feel like you're all good with that, okay? I'm also going to let you know you need to start taking care of your body a little bit, darling. A little bit better because I'm feeling you up through my back. Just feels like it's stressing through my back. I feel some discomfort up there. It's almost bordering on pain, like needing a chiropractor or a really good masseuse going on. And I do feel like you need that for two things. One, to take care of your body. But I also feel as if you need somebody to really work those muscles and really let some of the stagnant energy out of you. Because I'm hearing you're really good at giving it to everybody else. Like, hey, my friend needs this. Hey, my friend needs that. But you know what? Giving it back to yourself is really kind of difficult. Okay, Mike, what you getting there? She says yes
Uh,
so far. So
really, you nailed it. The entire thing from what I got out of this is quit being a doormat. People are walking all over you, so you're not speaking up for yourself. I guess
yep.
you could put that. So some of the things I would say is what is standing between you and that goal of standing up for yourself. There is some fear, and I fear it's certain people that you are afraid to lose.
Yeah.
So what is standing between that and why? Maybe confront that. And I would sit back, and this is kind of a scenario where I would sit back and actually ask myself, what advice would I give somebody if they were in this situation? I feel like this is actually kind of a hard one, but best way to put this, gone through this situation before, if there was any time you ever did get out of it, kind of go back and recollect how you got out of that. Maybe do that again. Really, it's just standing up for yourself and stop letting people walk all over you. You know, your happiness. No, best way to put this. Nobody is responsible for your happiness but yourself. That's it. You are not here to make anybody happy. That's their responsibility.
She says that to herself all the time, but her friend Cassie is laughing, saying more like a whole carpet with a giant party on it.
I think we all are at some point, you know.
I'm going to tell you, I think you might have gotten through to her because this released. It was like, oh, thank you. I could be disgusting, but I'm not going to tell you what just happened. Just let you know that this released. We won't go there. I won't be that unfiltered tonight, guys. How's that sound? I love it.
Oh man, I haven't seen Unfiltered DeEtte yet.
Oh no, dear. You need to watch some back episodes. I'll tell you what, I have learned to filter this. I mean, I worked really hard the last 6 months not to swear, and I've been really, that's been a struggle. Or I've been known to tell grown adults they need an attitude adjustment. And then tell them how much I love saying that, you know. I mean, yeah, I can get pretty unfiltered, let's put it that way. But I've been nice lately. I have somebody I miss, Paula. I want to put Paula up here because Paula said she shared it, and I know she didn't put a question up there, but I know probably with saying shared, she probably wanted one. So Tim was like, I sort of miss Unfiltered.
I mean, I curse like a sailor, so we can.
Oh, I know, but I could get really good, Mike. I look at somebody going, knock your shit off. Like, I could really kind of get in somebody's face. So, okay. Paula, oh my gosh, I hope you're listening, darling. We're doing this for you right now. What is it with everybody in their throat chakras tonight, guys? Paula did. Thank you, Paula. So this is for you, darling. And I want to know what's going on. Paula, yours is worse than the rest because it's like got me coughing and it's tickling. You know, like you've got something in your throat and you just cough and cough and cough, which tells me, excuse me, even though this is still plugged, I do feel as if you're finding a way to clear it. You're finding a way to do this. And I will tell you what, I don't think this has anything to do with you knowing who you are. Okay. I don't think it has anything to do with that. This feels more like you've gotten to the point in life because I'm seeing you point your finger at people like in you, and doing all of this. You know what I mean? Just doing it all. Like you're finally to the point where it's like, tell them off if you need to, or give them a piece of your mind, or whatever this is. And I feel like maybe you weren't always that way, or maybe you were nicer about it. And I feel like in some aspects, it feels like a fed up feeling to me. You know what I mean? When this is going on like this, you know what I mean? Like boom, boom, boom. And it's like, cause I'm hearing like y'all can piss off. There's my Unfiltered for you. It's like, that's what I'm hearing. Like, yeah, I'm trying to be clean here. I'm trying to
say I've heard SpongeBob say better stuff.
I'm trying to be clean. I mean, let's do SpongeBob. Anyway, but I'm hearing I don't think I can say the F-bomb on the air. But anyway, I just feel as if, you know what, it has been like a frustration. You're finally letting it out. Now, I don't know your age, but it feels like I'm in that midlife crisis time. And you may not be in your 40s doing this. You might be earlier, you might be later. But I'm hearing a lot of F-bombs in my head, and I just feel like it's telling the world to piss off because I feel like you're coming back to yourself. Like I'm taking care of me. I'm doing this for myself, nobody else. I'm also going to tell you, Paula, while I'm sitting here, I keep getting flashes of light around me. Just like I thought my phone blipped on. Like when your phone blips on really quick and you see the light and then it shuts off. It's like that, but my phone didn't go off and there's a blish over there, there's a blip here. And I'm going to tell you what, I feel like you have angels around you currently. And I think you know this, Paula. I think you understand seeing these blips of energy. I don't know if you necessarily know what they are, okay? But there's a reason why you have these angels around you. And I don't think it's anybody passing. I don't think it's anybody passing at all. I think it's more like you going through this transformation to find strength within yourself and you needing those wings to kind of help lift you up, okay? Because you're going into a part of life where I'm going to say you need to tell everybody to fuck off straight up. Just
There it is.
there you go. You need to learn to do that, but I think you need angels to lift your ass up. Now I'm swearing, Paula. Ugh. But you need people to lift. You need these people to lift you up, and because I feel as if you going through this transformation, you don't necessarily. I'm not going to say you don't have a support system, but I think you need a greater support system than what you've had. And I think this is where we're at. I think that's where we're at, darling. I think you've already had your attitude change. Now you're having your attitude adjustment. The attitude change was saying everybody can piss off. The attitude adjustments is like, you need to put yourself on and kind of do this whole thingy with the hand and walk away with a big kiss on your ass goodbye to people. That's what I got. And you got me all hyper. Mike's like taking
All right.
Mike's like, and she swore. And see, Todd doesn't even laugh at me in the comments anymore. He's like, whatever.
Oh man, this one. Really exactly the same thing DeEtte said. I'm just gonna ask this question. What is the one thing that is alive in you today? What is the one thing that's alive? There's something pushing you towards this spark. But like DeEtte said about wanting to just tell everybody to piss off. See, I'll be nice. I'm new to the show, so I'll filter myself a little bit. So consider the events or the decisions that got you to the situation you're trying to get out of. Find out why. Find out who's involved. And then sit back and think, what would you do if all of that was removed? Where would you be? And then consider the steps that you can take to actually turn that into reality. That's really most I got out of that one was just you got to speak up, got to stand your ground and worry about yourself.
Well, she wrote in here she's 50 with 15 kids and had 3 years of hell with her son passing, her father passing, and just felt a bit So it makes sense. You know what I mean? She's coming through that. She's coming through to this, like, I'm back, I'm here.
Do you think, it's weird we're getting a lot of these readings today that are about people moving on, healing. Do you also think this could have anything to do with what they were talking on the show last night with Ascension and the Year of the Light Workers? A lot of people are going to be getting into Ascension this year.
And we just switched to major. I mean, every time when you look at numerology, and I don't know what number year this is for, because every numerology, you have different years, just like, Chinese have the year of the zodiac, the zodiac or that zodiac. Every year there's a shift for everybody in their number. Like this year, I'm a number 1. Okay. I just got out of the number 9. I just finished a complete cycle. It's like 1 through 9. 9 is all about releasing and get rid of and just getting rid of the crap. And number 1 is all about new beginnings. So this whole year will be new beginnings and just kind of going into things for myself. So you have a bunch of people that just transferred, and they're transferred from one energy into another energy. So it's a huge releasement. It's like literally everything you've been going through for the last year is finally gone, and you're transferring energy into something different, you know?
Right.
So we get a lot of that, but we do have a lot of ascension going on. We do have a lot of growth. It's incredible, you know,
What
especially
about this?
at this age.
What
You know,
about this? Do you think maybe this comet that's supposed to be flying over the sun or around the sun
it
in the
definitely
next
has
2 days could be
huge.
lifting the veil or something? Or
I don't know if it's gonna lift the veil, but I think what it's gonna do is it's gonna really change the dynamic of the energy, you know?
Mhm.
Um, especially when you look at the God, my throat, gosh. The sun versus the moon energy. You know, the sun is about strength. It's about, you know, being right here, you know, versus the moon is about things that are being hidden, you know, and kind of looking at different things. You know, so the comet is like circling the sun is huge. It's huge. And think about the energy it's adding to that. I mean, it's huge what it's going to do. But I think
Right.
what we're going to have to, I mean, without being an astrologer, I think we're going to have to kind of sit back and see where the dynamic of that energy is. You know, I know for myself, I started to kick it into high gear today. Like literally all the stuff I talk about clearing closets and this and that. I've literally been like cleaning closets and getting rid of clothes and throwing away. I've thrown away probably 3 bags of garbage out of places now that I never even knew I had. And it just weird stuff. You know what I mean? And coming back stronger. And I think a lot of people are doing that right now, you know? So we're all a mess, Mike. We're all a mess.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know, which is which is crazy. Yeah, one lady, Michelle, says, "Yep, she's a 7." Courtney's like finally a 9. Oh my God, Courtney, I feel so bad for you. My not 8 and 9 sucks so bad. Because 8, 9 is just about getting rid of crap, you know, and 9 by the time you know, I'm surprised I have anything left after by December. So I was glad for the one to show up. But I'm gonna look more into that sun thing here, so I have a better answer for you next week, dear. Okay. So we're gonna hide that comment. We're gonna come up with this one, okay, with the heart, and this is Aspen, okay, because I asked Aspen to give me the heart emoji. And it says, "Thank you for going live. I'm open for a reading when available, if possible." Um, I need to sit with this one for a second because I don't know if it's a name or what I seen or if the name put it in my head, but I see mountains and I'm like, God, is it just my ego talking with the name? But honestly, I said Aspen a few times before. I didn't see that in my head. Um, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it because even after I say it, it's still there. There's something about these beautiful, majestic mountains in front of me. There's snow caps. It's just it's like scenery. It's like this beautiful scenery of a mountain scene that I have in front of me. And I will tell you what, I feel like Aspen, you have been on one hell of a journey. I just an amazing journey. And I'm not sure if you see this journey as a pleasant thing within yourself, but I'll tell you what, this journey just feels like it's been dynamic and just I'm feeling aha moments and joy and just I'm not looking at anything past behind me. I'm just looking at my present and what's in front of me and what I'm going towards. And I just feel like a ton of joy around you. You know, it's just all this joy is all around you and just going forward. And I love this. Okay. Um, Thank you. And it's weird because with all that being said, even my body's starting to kind of like, and she says she lives in Utah. So there you go. I'm seeing through her eyes apparently. But I do feel as it's weird because as I'm looking at this and I feel like I'm in this inner journey, I feel like you tend to go inward to say, okay, what's this? And bring it out. Okay. And I feel like, you know what, this year, you know, and wow, I just heard, there's the magic word. I just heard transformation. I'm hearing this is your year for transformation. This is your year you've been waiting for to go, okay, when is this finally going to happen? When is my aha? Like you have been waiting for the big aha. You've been waiting for the big booms or the angelic choir to sing for you and around you. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like you've been waiting for. And I feel like this is your year you're going to get that. Also here there I hear about a business around you. So I'm not sure if you own your own business or would like to own your own business, but I'm hearing something about businesses happening this year, and I'm hearing the word dynamic next to it. Okay. So if you've ever thought about running a business or owning your own business, I feel like this is a year for you to do it. For you to put effort into that and make this happen. Okay. Also seeing you're a healer. Not sure if you're practicing this full time or if you even know this, but I'm hearing the word and then I'm seeing it. Okay. Um, I just feel like you have so many irons in the fire, and now my ear is ringing, which tells me you got some abilities, darling. You got some really strong abilities. Feel like you know what? When I hear a ringing, it makes me feel like somebody's in their beginning stages. If you're further on than that, it just means that you're amping them up some more. Hopefully that makes sense for you, Miss Aspen. What about you, Mike? Got you enough to work on with that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the only thing I guess I could just say is, it seems like wherever this feeling or energy or reading that DeEtte's picking up is it's just saying you're already there. Now it just becomes a waiting game. So what I would do as a coach is say, what are some things that are getting in your way right now, or could potentially get in your way that'll throw you off track? Keep an eye on those, especially reoccurring things that don't make sense to you, that anything that makes you mad that normally won't make you mad, anything, pay attention to the signs. Definitely follow your intuition and write what you did the day before and what you could do tomorrow or in this moment to keep that momentum going. That's really all I got.
Oh, I love it. We're right on, because she said that she's definitely a lot on spiritual journey and healing, and she just had her first beginner's class yesterday. Nice. So we're right on with that.
Keep going.
Keep going. Oh, I love it.
Especially when you start doing energies, you're going to start picking up on energies that aren't yours. You're going to question. Just be smart, know your feelings, know your energy. Yeah, this is the most important.
I love that. I love that. Okay, we're going to go on to Miss Michelle. She says, thank you guys so much. We're spot on. So I love hearing that. I love that we're showing up and we are making a difference. I love that. Oh, hold on. Wrong person. I got to click up here first. See, I star them so I don't lose them, believe it or not, which is kind of nice, because other programs, other channels, I can't have that ability to keep track of them, and StreamYard lets me, which is awesome. So, Andrea, I'm interested too.
Did you just have trouble breathing? I'm not intuitive. I am intuitive slightly, but I don't bring those gifts to the show. And at the same time, you and I just stopped breathing to try and take a deep breath.
Yeah, it was like I was tired, and it was just a breath, and it was like sitting with us and going, and it felt like it took everything you had to write, I'm interested too, and then kind of let it go, like, well, maybe they won't get to me. Maybe they'll overlook me. And I think part of the overlooking you, to go on to Michelle, was part of that energy. And I love the fact that it popped back up to me. It went, oh, whoa, can't miss this lady. Okay. Because I feel like sometimes you go under the radar of people. I feel like sometimes you're just under the radar, and I'm literally hearing kind of like, I'm not sure if you were a shy kid and then got boisterous and now kind of worn down, I guess is the best way of saying it, just worn down. That type of a feeling is what it feels like, just this worn down feeling. Okay. And I feel like we need to pick you back up. I feel like I need to pick you up and put you on a pedestal. I want to do that. I want to pick you up and kind of look at you and say, come on, girl, come on. Like, you've got this, you're worth this, have value. I don't know why I feel all that. Okay. I do feel like you're kind of moving into that sector of, learning to ask for what you want. Not what you think you want, but really learning to ask what you want and getting that for yourself. Okay, is what it feels like. You're coming into that point of living. I'm also seeing little ones around you. So I don't know if you have children or what's going on, but I just see little ones all around you. And with that dynamic, I feel like some ways I feel like you give to other people versus yourself. Okay. I'm feeling a lot of tingling going on around me from my head to my toes, which also tells me I feel like you know what? It's your turn to be able to take time to take a bubble bath and take care of yourself. Okay. I just feel like this time is about you. This time is about you, Andrea. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt with the breathing thing, but it was odd. We got
Oh,
that.
I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got it.
Same,
I was like, what is that?
yeah. Um, for Andrea, same thing. You know, I see a lot of. I actually feel a lot of myself
Yeah.
when it comes to what DeEtte read. You feel unappreciated. Again, walked all over. You're just hiding in a corner, waiting to be acknowledged, I guess. So that's a little bit of a hard one.
Yeah, it is.
I would. It's like she's. I'm stumped because it's. How did I get here? Because that's the same thing. A lot of the same stuff I went through.
Mm-hmm.
Neglected, unappreciated, and Andrea. Oh, that's actually a personal one. That's a little.
Yeah.
Does make it a little bit more tough.
Well, I don't know if this will help you. I don't know if you ever, you know who ZZ Top is? They're an oldie but a goodie band. Do you know who they are?
The
No.
what?
ZZ Top?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you remember MTV back in the day, but the movie Legs, you know, the She's Got Legs, knows how to use them, that video. And I'm seeing the video in my mind where, you know, it's this girl that's just kind of beat up by everybody that she's working on. She's a good server, but she's getting beat up by everybody around her. ZZ Top go in, they pull her out, and they take her from, you know, hair and makeup and clothes and blah blah, and then and put her in this dynamic car. And that's what I'm seeing in my head with Andrea. Like she needs that dynamic
Like
person, but yeah, dynamic
Aaron just said
person,
a
but
lot of love.
literally, yeah,
You know, definitely find a lot of self love.
yeah,
That's actually a great one. I don't know why I didn't think that. Thanks, Aaron. Self love. Go for walks. Again, you know, like I said to somebody a little bit earlier, you're responsible for your own happiness. So spend time with yourself. A lot of things I do tell people that do need to love themselves is, even if you have kids, leave them for 10, 15 minutes. With a babysitter, go for a walk, or, you know, spend time for yourself. And that's really all you can do.
yeah,
Just find who you are, you know,
yeah.
that one takes a lot of work. That's a lot of work. But like I said, you know, it is possible.
It is. It is. And I mean, yeah, she just needs to have that time for herself, which is awesome. She said she's been in a deep depression for a while, and so all this has been spot on. Wow.
That's
Awesome.
probably why the breathing, I actually started feeling a little sad, and I was getting actually flashbacks of my past and some of the things that I've gone through, just trying to, all right, now how do I talk about what I did? But
yeah.
And Andrea, if I tell everybody at the end, if you have any issues and you want to reach out for help, please do. Manic depression, bipolar disorder, I take no medicine. I'm not saying anybody shouldn't, but it is possible to love yourself and live a very happy life.
Yeah. 110%. We've got time for one more. Sorry, guys, but we got time for one more. I'm loving, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I know we can't hit everybody in this show. Like, before I would go rocket fire, Mike, I would sit here, if you could have seen it, like as fast as I could, do. But I feel as if now it's making a bigger difference. Does that make sense? A much bigger difference. And I love this. We might have to change the name of the show from Unfiltered to something else because I can't seem to swear anymore. You came on and just made it all legitimate on me. You know what I mean? So guys,
I'm
if
not
you
against
think we need a
swearing.
if you think we need a name change on top of everything else, let us know because the banner's changing, the name is changing, you know, we're changing, so let us know. Michelle says she would love a message. Okay, Michelle. Um, wow, so many things are happening. Michelle, I can't help but smile and laugh with you. You know what I mean? In my head, I'm going da 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 da. That's literally what's playing in my head, which is amazing. But I want to laugh. I want to smile. I want to yes, you know what I mean? Like, yes, it almost feels like you won the lottery or you finally won. Like, you know what? Like you are standing on your thing going, yes, yeah, like I know it was right. I knew this could happen. You know, all these positive things. Um, thank you. And I feel like right now life is going, if it hasn't already started, it's gonna start turning around, just all positivity, all happiness, all just yes, yes, yes. Like um just an amazing dynamic is happening around you. I just feel like everything is pulling together for you. And I feel like, because I'm hearing in your head, there's just been such a struggle, you know, just such a struggle, not knowing where you're going or how you're doing or whatever. And like now things are just coming together, things are fitting together. I'm hearing raise, and I'm not sure if you work for yourself or work for somebody else, but more money coming in, you know, just more money coming in, the dynamics of that coming in. And I'm just seeing that, you know, like I'm walking around the house putting it together and everything is just fitting where it needs to fit. Okay. And but at the same time, I'm hearing this isn't the time to rest. Like this is just the start of things. This is just the beginning for you. Okay. Like that you've got some stuff coming at you, but this is just the beginning for you. I am feeling a slight headache though coming on. So I feel like this has not come without stress, um just stress because I'm feeling and I feel like, oh my god, we can let go of that right now. I'm also going to tell you to keep pay attention to your guides because they have been helping you all along the way. And I'm just hearing they're telling you go left, go right, go forward, back up, slow down, start forward. You know, they're all over the place, but they're helping you with this. Okay. And go treat yourself to a massage because darling, your back hurts with me, so go treat yourself with a massage. You know, straighten your posture up a little bit. With you, I'm like getting all forward, so it just makes me feel like, ugh, and kind of go from there. Okay, Mike,
All right, I was finishing
bring
writing
it
that one.
in.
I think this is another one we're going to nail on the head. It's like you said, all positives. Keep pushing, and I want to reiterate what DeEtte said because I wrote the same thing down. Listen to your intuition, listen to your guides. So what I would say is, Michelle, what what have you done throughout life up until this moment that got you where you are, and what could you do to take that feeling that you're at right now and turn it into a 10? Make it better, make it more positive. What can you do to keep pushing yourself? And find out the people that you can rely on. I just have this feeling there's some people in there that you want to see who you can trust with what you have going on. So find out who those people are, find out who you can trust, who you can talk to, who you can rely on. And this is the biggest question is, what would you do? Now think about this one. What would you do if you knew all of these answers that I asked you already? Because I just have that gut feeling that you know those answers. You're just holding yourself back.
I love that. I love that. Tim says maybe another show for DeEtte. Things are best in threes. Tim, I will not do 3 radio shows. Been there, done that. But if I got a TV show, I'd probably say yes. And that would be your third. That would be your third. Totally different dynamic. So, with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for coming in and spending this hour with us. Oh my God, Mike, it has been incredibly fast. Like,
I know. It's already going on the 11th day of the year, and I don't even know where it went.
This is incredible. This is incredible. Oh my God, guys. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, have a phenomenal night, a phenomenal week. We will see you next week. Okay. Any parting wisdom, Mike?
Really, everybody, that all I could say is it seems like everybody's going through this change this year. I am, DeEtte is, I know Todd is, everybody is. Just love yourself, take time for yourself, and I need a cheesy tagline for this. I really feel like somebody write me a cheesy tagline, and I will use it.
I love it.
Super cheesy. I will use it every episode.
I love that. Well, Michelle says, thank you both so much. You've lifted my spirits more than you know. So there you go. I love it. Well, everybody, you guys have a great night. We're going to let you go here. This is Unfiltered with DeEtte and Mike until you guys give us a new name. Bye-bye, guys.
We're putting you guys to work.
Yeah.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.